Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Sport This Week video. And in today's video, we've got basketball, tennis, rugby, football, UFC, boxing, and Formula 1 news. If you are new around here though, and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and let's get straight into it. So, starting off this week, I'm going to start off with the tennis news, as it's a carry on from last week. So we go straight in with Djokovic winning 2-0 versus Rudd. Rublev winning 2-0 versus Tsitsipas. Sabalenka lost 2-1 versus Sakari. Medvedev won 2-1 versus Zverev. Djokovic won 2-0 versus Rublev. Muguruza won 2-0 versus Kantaviet to win the Akron WTA Finals. Zverev won 2-0 versus Hukaz. Medvedev won 2-1 versus Sinner. Djokovic won 2-0 versus Norrie. Medvedev won 2-0 versus Rudd. Zverev won 2-1 versus Djokovic, and Zverev won 2-0 versus Medvedev to win the Nitto ATP final. So congratulations to both of them. Moving on to the basketball news now, where Bulls won 100-90 versus Clippers, Celtics won 98-92 versus Cavaliers, Heat won 103-90 versus Thunder, Bulls won 121-103 versus Lakers, 76ers lost 120-85 versus Jazz, Clippers won 106-92 versus Spurs, Heat won 113-98 versus Pelicans, Celtics lost 110-99 versus Hawks, Lakers lost 109-102 versus Bucks, Bulls lost 112-107 versus Blazers. Heat won 112-97 versus Wizards. Clippers lost 120-108 versus Grizzlies. 76ers won 103-89 versus Nuggets. Celtics won 113-108 versus Lakers. Clippers lost 94-81 versus Pelicans. Bulls won 114-108 versus Nuggets. Heat lost 103-100 versus Wizards. Celtics won 111-105 versus Thunder. 76ers lost 118-111 versus Blazers. Clippers won 97-91 versus Mavericks, and Lakers won 121-116 versus Pistons. And a lot of basketball news, but that is the end of it for this week. Moving on to the rugby news next now. It was only one friendly that went down, where England won 27-26 versus South Africa. And that is all the rugby news. Moving on to the football news now. Smith is the new Norwich manager. Joe Ledley has retired from football. Northern Ireland drew 0-0 versus Italy. Switzerland won 4-0 versus Bulgaria. England won 10-0 versus San Marino. Scotland won 2-0 versus Denmark. Reading has been hit with a 6-point deduction after breaching the EFL's profitability and sustainability rules. Brazil drew 0-0 versus Argentina. France won 2-0 versus Finland. Wales drew 1-1 versus Belgium. Netherlands won 2-0 versus Norway. Bronkhorst is the new Rangers manager. Augsburg won 2-1 versus Bayern. Watford won 4-0 versus Man United. Chelsea won 3-0 versus Leicester. Villa won 2-0 versus Brighton. Burnley drew 3-3 versus Palace. Newcastle drew 3-3 versus Brentford. Norwich won 2-1 versus Southampton. Wolves won 1-0 versus West Ham. Liverpool won 4-0 versus Arsenal. Solskjaer has been sacked by Man United, which is about time really. Man City won 3-0 versus Everton. Spurs won 2-1 versus Leeds. And Inter won 3-2 versus Napoli. And that is all the football news this week. Not too much going on, but the big news of Solskjaer being sacked. Moving on to the UFC, where there was only one big fight really, where Brady won via decision versus Chiesa. So that's all the UFC. Moving on to the boxing, Andrade won via stoppage in round 2 versus Quigley to remain WBO World Middleweight Champion, and Crawford won via stoppage in round 10 versus Porter to remain WBO Welterweight Champion. So two seemingly good fights there. That is the end of the boxing. Moving on to the final sport now, which is Formula 1, where there's quite a bit of news this week. So Giovinazzi will leave Alfa Romeo at the end of the season, and Zhou will race for Alfa Romeo next season, so will replace him. And it was the Qatar Grand Prix, which is the third to last. Hamilton was on pole, Gasly started second, and Alonso started third. It didn't actually start like that, but Verstappen dropped 5 spots on the grid as he didn't reduce speed under double waved flags. and Bottas dropped 3 places on the grid after he didn't slow down after a single waved yellow flag. But in the end, Hamilton won, Verstappen finished second, and Alonso finished third, which is his first podium in a long time, I believe since coming back to the sport with Aston Martin and with Alpine. And yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you have enjoyed. Please do like the video if you do indeed like the video. Subscribe if you are new, and thanks for watching.